So, welcome to another episode of What Talent Podcast, where we have real conversation with real people. Today, I have a special guest here. Her name is Deja.
Deja.
What's going on,
What's
y'all?
up,
Y'all know that's
y'all?
my cousin, so we
Yes.
here. We just gonna have a general conversation about pretty much how we normally do everything. Okay.
Right.
So let's start off with, because you're going through a spiritual journey. What made you get into the spiritual journey?
Well, I think really, to be honest, I think that I've been on one my whole life,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't on the spiritual aspect. I was looking for something, so I was searching through religion
Mm-hmm.
for what I what I'm finding now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I went from being born Southern Baptist, like Louisiana's do. We come from Southern Baptist. Switched from being Southern Baptist, tried the Jehovah Witness, that didn't work for me. Tried Buddhism for like 6 months, left Buddhism, I just did it all trying to figure out where I'm going. And the feeling, I just never had that feeling for it.
Mm-hmm.
But what kind of sparked me to kind of dive deep into my spirituality was my last divorce.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pain,
Going through all that.
yeah, the pain kind of send you on a journey.
You know what? A lot of times, people tend to relate religion to spirituality when it's two different things.
Two major things, two totally different things. I think religion was formed. It was formed.
Mm-hmm.
It was created.
Mm-hmm.
Spirituality is who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to succumb to a certain spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people think. They think that because you're on this journey, you have to identify with one spirituality. And I'm gonna just use one, for instance. I don't want to call out nobody religion, because to me it's sort of it's turning into a religion, like the E5 spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
It was created, well, it wasn't created, it was a spirituality for the Yoruba people.
Mm-hmm.
It was for the Yoruba people, the people from Africa. They have some here, that was what America told us, when America told us what they told us. Some of it's true, some of it's not, you know what I'm saying? Just based on what you believe. But it was the spirituality beliefs of those people. You know what I'm saying? And it has become in a religion now, because
They practice it a lot.
it's mass.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me to knock nobody on their journey. That's their journey, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I don't succumb to the idea of everybody else and what they feel for me, Like, some of the stuff that I've learned, it has some truth to it, and it's a beautiful practice. Just not one for me, but...
Yeah. So when I was, when I was younger, raised up around Jehovah Witness or whatnot, and their rules are, kind of crazy to me. So as I got older, I paid attention to, everything, how they move and whatnot. They say God is love and all this other stuff, and the way they move doesn't move in love. And you're not supposed to judge people for what they do, right? But they mainly be judging people for what they do. It's kind of like when you get disfellowship, you decide they just X you from your family. Like, you can't talk to your family no more and all other stuff. And I'm like, if God is love, you will be willing to forgive them for whatever decision they made.
Right.
And I have this dissertation, whatever you call it. Like, I have like a real strong belief in not wanting, when I decide to do have children, not to force religion on them. I want them to have their own journey as they go through their own life. I just was a vessel for them to get here.
Hello.
And they just, gonna go through life how they go through it.
That's right.
So when you talk about your spiritual journey, I went through one as well, but it was kind of like kind of disassociating from what I know of religion and picking to. I still believe in God, and I also don't believe that God is a he, but that's in a whole nother.
But that's the part of the part of spirituality that people don't understand. It's individual. It's not something that, it's not a mass belief. Your journey is gonna be totally different than my journey. We might walk on the same path for ever. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna take some side streets that I'm not gonna take.
Right.
Or then our path might not, it might keep on for a little time, but then I might go down this road, you might go down that road. You know what I'm saying? And we never cross paths again. And spirituality is individual. It's not a mass belief. You can't teach me my spirituality.
Right.
You can teach me some knowledge of the things that you know, that you've experienced, that seem similar to mine, but it's going to be totally different. It's going to be totally different. I don't care what it is that you go through. We could have been at the same time going through the same thing in the same moment, the same space. It's going to be totally different. It's going to be totally different because your perspective and the way you were feeling, your emotions at the time, all of that has things to do with it. But people believe that because we have been taught about religion and not individual spirituality, it's something totally different. But people don't believe that. They think that because you believe what you believe or what you feel to be true is invalid if it don't fit
the way they
right, the program, their idea of what religion is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Period.
I feel like because I still have family that's actively Jehovah's Witness, they believe in the Bible. And my thing is with the Bible situation is men ain't no story about, I mean it's stories about women, but they ain't got their own like chapter to me.
Right.
But it's other, like they say they took some books out. But the point I'm trying to make is in the Bible there are things that is meant for your own interpretation. So the way you interpret it, like me and you might be sitting right here, and your interpretation of this podcast might be totally different from my interpretation from this podcast. So I feel like when it comes down to black, I'm going to use black people, for example, because I'm black, we're condemned and used to, not condemned, but we're used to just holding faith because this is the only way we can get out of what we're going through.
Right, the bondage.
Which is, I understand why they would want to do something like that, but that's also probably blocking you from really seeing, because a lot of times, right, they say they pray, and sometimes people pray out loud. Would that not be you manifesting stuff out loud versus, you know, you saying like that's God, or maybe you just talking to out loud to yourself and things are coming to fruition because, you know, maybe that's what you're doing. So I'm just be thinking about a lot of things that they use like prayer and stuff like that say is voodoo, like you manifesting, right. And then like when you look at, if I see a number 444 or 555, which I got it tatted on me, that means certain things or whatnot. They say a cross is, you know, demonic and all kind of stuff, and I'm like,
where does this stem from?
Right.
Yeah. Where does it stem from? If you see, when you on a journey, this is what I tell everybody, because I have tattoos, and this whole side of the left side of my body, if you know anything about energy, you know, energy, the right attracts, receives, the left give out, right? So I tat the whole left side of my body with different cultures and things that I've learned through my journey. Like, it's all throughout my whole left side of my body. I don't have too many tattoos on my right side of my body. So even with the idea of finding myself, I started learning things. I started learning about different cultures and the way those people thought and the places people have been and their beliefs that was pieced out and all given to us, and what is said to be our dictation of life, which is King James Bible, So it's like all of these things these people have been through in different cultures. It's all put together in this book and said, hey, believe in this because I said so,
Right.
not because that it's the truth. And I'm not taking from nobody's, again, because that's y'all's journey. But for me and mine, I learn something new every day about things. And a lot of problem with people from American people, is we live our everyday life based on trauma that was handed down to us from the people before us.
Yeah.
Nobody is moving off of self and learning and understanding. It's the trauma that pushes them, not the idea and love for self.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can't let you one up me because your ancestors did this to my that's still based off of trauma. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of ways that we move in America is trauma moving. It's not based on self. So once you I'm gonna give you an example. So I've been going through a lot of different spiritual things within the last 4 months of my life that's totally switched and changed my life. I mean drastically, to the point to where I just don't know which way to move, because it's like I go left, this happened, go right, this happened. It's just like I don't know which way to move without having an experience that's like awakening. Just me going to the water just to sit down and chill in my peace. I'm having this life changing experiences. So of course, because I'm a reader, I read all the time. My physical is telling me, "Oh, girl, you just going through a spiritual psychosis. You just going through a spiritual psychosis. It's all in your head." But everything is affected by that moment. My emotions, my body, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? And with me going through this journey, it's like I'm noticing more about me. That, because know more than anybody in my life, because you've been there from Pampers to now. Of all the things I done been through, where I've given me to everybody but me. And it's like for the past 4 months, I've been giving me to me, and it's been life altering. I mean, like crazy. Every day. When I say every day I step out that house, I have a life altering experience that I don't know what's going on, but I'm just here to experience it. You know what I'm saying? And all I can do in my life is take these experiences and pass it down to, like you said, the people I vesseled here. You know, that's what I want to do. That's all I can do. And it's not something that was written down in a book that somebody had to yell to me to learn. This is stuff that I really experienced. You know what I'm saying? And if those things are true that these people experienced that was written down in this book, then so be it. Because right now, I can write everything that I done been through.
And make it a book.
And turn it into a book.
Yeah.
That my children could say,
as a Bible.
Hello. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's all the same experience. But what are you using that for? Are you using it for the betterment of the people for real? Or are you using it for your personal gain? And most people who follow that book is using it for their personal gain. It's not for the actual people.
Yeah. I feel like when it comes down to the Bible, people, so how can I say this? I feel like the Bible is to hold control people, right? it's controlling them in a certain way that they can use this. The only way you can, so white people use this Bible to control black people. Black people use this Bible to control you to stay in line for the white people.
And they've learned how to monetize it as well, just like they did back in the day.
Right. So it's all. So I don't like that Christians like to say, "Hey, we're gonna do this because God say to do this," but you go bomb other people because that's what God told you to do.
Mm-mm.
God didn't tell you to do that. He ain't knocked on my door and told me to do that.
Mm-mm.
So why would he tell you to go do that?
Look, I seen an interview. I don't want to say people's names because but like the man said on that one interview that I saw, he was like, he hate when people come to him and be like, God told me to tell you. He was like, well, why God ain't come and tell me?
Right.
Why
That's
he
crazy.
ain't come and tell me?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He gonna come to you, pass me up, to say, hey, you, go tell such and such. I said.
Right, yeah. That is crazy how people think. And I know on my spiritual journey, I knew I was going in the right direction when I start seeing things for myself. So I'll be like, hey, please remove anybody that ain't supposed to be in my life. If they not supposed to be in my life, please, like, just remove it. And I start seeing that people that I normally would be in contact with, no longer I'm in contact with, or they gradually fade away.
So with that being said, by you saying you said that and then that started happening, wouldn't it change the way that we start speaking about certain things? You get what I'm saying?
Not necessarily, because those people that ain't supposed to be.
No, I'm saying like the power that you had to do that for yourself. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I have a habit of saying, oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I say that so much. Like, even today, when I went through what I went through today, and oh my God, it was something crazy. See what I'm saying? It's something about that word crazy that I always go back to. And the person I'm talking to, like, oh, I said, I got to stop saying that word, like something that was crazy, because it wasn't crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The word crazy has a vibration that's so low, and I'm putting that on my experience that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't crazy. It was like past amazing.
Yeah.
What I went through today, right before I came here.
What they call it, astral projecting? Is that what they call it? Like you had an out of body experience
today.
Yeah.
Like not too long ago, right? 2
Yeah.
hours before I came here. It was amazing.
It was amazing.
Yeah. So like it's just like what I'm saying is we tend to speak our way back into our downfalls. Mm-hmm. Like and just people that's around us in our life, you know what I'm saying? They think that they're bettering us by saying, oh, well, I think if you did this until you do that, then that would be better. But so that means that you don't think that I'm capable of doing this without the help of that. Like, for an instance, becoming an entrepreneur. Well, if you could become an entrepreneur, just go get you a job and use that job to fund your entrepreneurship. So you don't think that I could just be an entrepreneur without working for somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I go to work, I'm too tired to do anything once I leave there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My mind is boggled. I'm around all these different energies. People just, the naysayers, the people that's bringing me down and saying that I can't because I got to do this. Oh, well, you just so... You a millennial, y'all just go off the wall. Y'all just...
That's what they love to say.
But who's the most successful people right now? The people that ain't about to tolerate nothing in life. We're not about to tolerate you yelling and fussing and cussing in our ear and saying, oh, because you need this job.
I'm finna deal with that.
Right.
Yeah.
No, baby.
Yeah.
But it's the words. The words are everything. You even thinking it, when... It'd be amazing, because I was say crazy. It'd be amazing when you can think about something, and then all of a sudden you see that something that you thought about play out right in front of you.
Yeah.
And you be like, boy, that's deja vu. Or I just experienced that. But really, it was a thought that just was in your head at that moment, that point exactly. And now you're seeing it in the physical.
Yeah. Deja, let me tell you how many times I had deja vu.
That's what I'm saying.
I have it too many times. I'm like,
Me too.
I'm sitting there like, didn't I just see this? And people looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, I literally just saw this.
Look, I'm up in there. I'm laying down at the waterfall that I was at, and I'm looking at the sun, having a whole experience with the sun, and like I'm crying. Now I'm laying there and I'm seeing myself lay there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That these are the type of experiences that I be having, and I'm sober. I ain't know nothing. So you can't say it's this and that. No,
Yeah.
this is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, laying there, seeing myself lay there, having this experience with the sun, and I'm looking around and I'm seeing people just looking at me like, hell, she going through what she got going on, because I'm crying
Yeah.
at the same time. When you do things that people can't explain, they gonna always say it's crazy.
Yeah.
They gonna always say it's crazy. And to be honest, I would rather be on a journey where people think I'm insane than be complacent
Yeah.
to what society feel I need to be.
Yeah.
In every aspect, even the romantic ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like fitting into
Where everybody else
Yeah.
norm is.
right.
I also with the word play is like yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. You know, something was wrong with my car and it started tripping again. So I was like, I'm not gonna complain because, you know, it's a reason why this is happening.
Right. Hello.
So a lot of the times, like people don't think this far into it, but like if you get stopped at a light and you in a rush, like why am I keep getting stopped by lights? You in a rush? It's something trying to stop you from, you know,
yeah, of
doing
course.
all this.
But folks don't think like that. Because they believe in coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that this world have so many coincidences. Oh, that's just a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why is it a coincidence? Why the way you think oversees the way I think?
Yeah.
Who told you to think like that? Who showed you to think like that? And that way is the way to think.
Yeah. I don't know, but when you do speak, like when I was telling you about removing people away from you and stuff like that, I don't have a problem necessarily saying, hey, if this person's not supposed to be in my life, cool, remove them. I have, since I've been 30, which has been like, what, 4 months? What? No,
Boy, something about them
December.
30s. Ooh, I remember my 30s.
February, March, what that is. It's a lot of things that I have taken it back to. Like, this is just crazy. I'm gonna say it because I ain't got that far. This is crazy to pay attention, and like a lot of like my expectations of what I want out of things in life has changed.
About
like
the 30s.
It is something about the 30s because what I used to be cool with, like, oh, that's cool back then, but now I'm like, that ain't nowhere near cool because right now it just how I pay attention to things and how people move with me and whatnot, and I let them, because one thing I'm learning myself is I'm not supposed to be here to tell you how to treat me.
Hello.
If you don't want to treat me, if you don't see that I'm changing and you don't see that my requirements are changing, that means that you're not paying attention to me enough to know that I'm changing. So instead of me forcing you to do what I think you should do because I want you in my life,
right.
You know, I feel like you're supposed to be in my life, I'm going to remove myself because I feel like that's an easier situation for me. Because I don't know what happened, but it's like a switch hit, like, oh, but like especially on my birthday, oh, I might have had me a good time that night, but the next day it was like everything was hitting me like
I'm
boom.
telling you, it's I'm gonna say this is what I've learned within the last past, just say week, within the last week about myself. And again, I'm 30 something, 30 something. So within the last couple of weeks, or the last week, I'm gonna say this is what I've learned. Me and my life journey, I don't want to have to explain it. I don't want to have to explain it to nobody. You get what I'm saying? So the ideas of how relationships supposed to go, like, hey, I don't want to have to explain to you why I'm getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and going somewhere.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with another person, but because how people think, everything has to do with somebody else.
Yeah.
It never has to do with self.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And my journey consists of a lot of different spiritual things that I do. So for me, 3 o'clock in the morning is a time I've been getting woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning for about 6 years and don't know why. I know why now. So now I don't want to have to explain to you when I get out the bed, put some clothes on, I hop in my car and I'm leaving. Well, what you doing? I don't want to have to do that. So even the idea of romance for me have changed, and a lot of other people that I know as well. Because within the last week, I've been getting calls like from 2 other women in my life that's on their spiritual journey as well. They like, girl, I don't know what it is, but it's like for the past 2 weeks, I just can't do this anymore. And been with their partners for 16 years. I'm talking about ups and downs. Been with their partners for 7 years, ups and downs. And they just like, I love them, but I just can't, I don't want, in my age, why do I have to explain to another person what it is that I'm doing? I shouldn't have to explain to nobody. Nobody, not even my children. Because this is my life. You know what I'm saying? And because we have this idea of what romance supposed to be, instead of you just, hey, okay, well, you getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, all right, baby, safe. Because I know what you're going to do something. You know what I'm saying? You can't grasp the idea of that happening because it's automatically going to, you're going to insert another person there.
Yeah.
When it has nothing to do with nobody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Literally, just as you were saying that about a relationship, I have been saying that I'm going to have children when I turn 30. And then it's like a whole bunch of niggas. I know. Girl, please, listen. Just listen. It's a whole bunch of niggas coming out the woodwork saying, like, one nigga told me, he was like, let's get married and have a baby. Pump your brakes. No, that's not ideal for me. That's not like appealing to me.
So many women.
I don't. That's not appealing to me. Like, don't come up, especially you got already children. That I said I made sure I was like, hey,
that was one of your.
I don't want to deal with it.
Child.
Yeah, that's not something I want. Yes, I want children, but I want it at my terms. And then if I do have children, I could deal with you or not. So it's because I want the child, not because you want the child.
Come on, Donna.
So it's a lot of them that's been coming out of the woodwork. I don't know. Something about it's like buku. I'm just like, hey, I'm hurt. I know I asked for children. I know I said by 30 I have children, but I don't need this.
Right. But that's what they feel that deemed necessary because that's part of their religion. That's what their religion must tell them, that you got to be married to have children.
I don't know what their religion was telling them. I know what I was telling them. You better get the hell on, because this ain't it. I'm saying, don't bark up this tree.
Now, I love love. Let's just take that back. I love love.
We're not like in love. I understand.
No, I'm just saying, period. Like the beginning of love, the end of love, the sacrifices you make for love. I love the idea of love. But I'm also in an era of my life of selfishness. And that ain't never been a thing for me. And I'm okay with losing everybody.
For yourself.
For myself right now.
Peace, yeah.
Just, it might not last long, you know what I'm saying? But I want to experience this. Just allow me the time to experience me and the things that I want. And You know who's to know? Like I say, you be on a path and it go like this, and then it might just go right back to being on the path again. But and that's friends, that's my mama, my sister. I don't care who you is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either you're gonna be okay with this, or you're not.
Yeah.
Not in between.
Yeah. We'll talk about spirituality all day.
Right.
That's what we be talking about. But I want to make sure before we end, we talk about this. The difference between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Okay. I'm gonna say something, and then I'm gonna let her speak her piece. So for those who don't know, Baton Rouge and New Orleans, you could say Creole versus Cajun. Creole, both of them could be seasoning. That could be both seasoning, but Creole, they're more like mixed. They came from the Caribbeans. They kind of came there from different places, or they was already there, and then they intermingled with somebody that came there, right? Cajun is more of like Spanish, which was already there. Remember, the Louisiana Purchase is purchased from France. So it was already people that was already there before the Louisiana Purchase. It's Louisiana. Louisiana was Alabama, Mississippi, all of them places. And then they, when everything separated, that's how that happened. I want to say this. The difference for me, for Baton Rouge and New Orleans is Baton Rouge is more of like you can't go to Baton Rouge and be like, oh, I'm finna step in this hood, about to go look at everything and what that is not a tourist area.
It's not a
for
tourist
nobody.
Area.
It's not a tourist area. New Orleans is more welcoming to people, accepting of people to come into their cities and whatnot, but that's a tourist area. But I ain't saying go in each area think you finna move like you do when you go down in French Quarter.
Right.
Because that's not the case. New Orleans and Baton Rouge are 45 minutes apart. They got this long bridge that separates them, Lake Pontchartrain.
Right.
They are two totally different. Baton Rouge is the capital. New Orleans is not the capital. It was the capital of Louisiana. Used to be not Louisiana, but it was the capital of Louisiana. It was Mobile, Louisiana, before it became Mobile, Alabama. And I learned this because I had to, check some people about Mardi Gras, where Mardi Gras started. Mardi Gras started in Louisiana, and it's like, oh, it started in Mobile, Alabama. Alabama wasn't Alabama until the Louisiana Purchase happened. But anyway.
Ooh, come through facts. Wait.
Anyway, I wanted to say, because I was raised in Baton Rouge, I was raised off of Sherwood. I was raised off in the South. I went to school in the South, down South, Dufart. I went to school in Sherwood off of Florida Boulevard, Melrose, Audubon, just to name a few. BC Haney, La Bel Air, right next to Bel Air High School. I went to a lot of elementary schools down there. I just want y'all to know. We moved a lot. What Audubon, we've been through the trenches, okay? New Orleans is, I'm gonna say New Orleans, the projects is totally different. Like she was like, it's different from Baton Rouge. Like, you go to the South, you see a whole bunch of, what you see down there, but when you go to the projects, it's like the same thing, what you see out there, but they're kind of like on top of each other. You got houses over here.
They go about 4 floors high, 4 floors high.
Remember when New York? Whew, I couldn't be in a project.
See, for me, being that I am from Baton Rouge, born and raised, South Baton Rouge, we done lived everywhere too now, because my mama housing apartments, moving from place to place. Welfare, baby, not bragging. Trust me, total opposite life for my children. But the issue I have is people that's not from Louisiana, they cannot grasp the idea that New Orleans is not Louisiana. New Orleans, for me, being from Louisiana, is a million different cultures from people who didn't move. Because New Orleans is like Atlanta. It's a transplant city. Everybody moved to Louisiana, they moved to New Orleans. So you might have somebody that's born in New Orleans, but their grandparents from Chicago. They from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? They from other cities. But then people that's from New Orleans, born and raised, like my grandfather, my daddy's daddy, was born in New Orleans and moved to Baton Rouge, South Baton Rouge. So for me, it's like and it's not the fact that people just don't want to know because they remember No Limits. You know, all these people that come from New Orleans that made Louisiana, put them on the map. So having a conversation the other day, somebody told me, "Oh, you from New Orleans? Where young boy from?" I say, "Young boy ain't from New Orleans." "Yeah, he is. He from down there, Baton Rouge, New Orleans." I could have hit the flow.
That's why I said it's 45 minutes apart.
Hit the flow.
45 minutes apart.
See, they confuse and think New Orleans is the state. These folks think New Orleans is the state, and I be in my mind saying, "Where did y'all learn y'all geographics from?
They dumb. That's all.
Where y'all learn? Is this what Georgia teaching the kids?
That's just dumb.
They not teaching them the geographics, which I know. I understand. Nobody want to just learn about Louisiana, but like you said, at one point in time, the whole South was Louisiana, every state. So it's good to learn those things.
Mm-hmm.
But when we talking about music right now, Baton Rouge got
Baton Rouge, Santa Mo, yeah. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's all
Baton
they
Rouge
jigging
got
to.
that on fire.
That's all they jigging to.
Everybody's dancing to somebody from Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
So you got to get the idea that the whole Louisiana, because even man, you want to really experience Louisiana, New Orleans cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But go to Opelousas, go to Lafayette, go to Lake Charles, go to the Strawberry festivals, go to the different festivals in different parts of Louisiana. You're going to really experience the real Louisiana with the real people,
I'm trying to
not
tell
transplants.
I'm trying to tell them, like, you know, on TikTok, I had made a post saying that the best food is outside of New Orleans and Baton Rouge to me.
Now, Baton Rouge, I'm going to say this, but you got to think about it. Where people go eat in New Orleans, they go to the tourist spot.
Yeah.
New Orleans got some good food.
Mm-hmm.
But they do their food different than other people from different parts of Louisiana. Yeah. Like, I've seen people make gumbo.
The goddamn basil leaf. I don't like that shit. Get that basil leaf out my goddamn gumbo. Get it out my damn gumbo.
Then they have 4 or 5 of them.
I don't know, right there floating. Get that shit out my motherfucking gumbo.
But that's a New Orleans staple. They put them bay leaves in that gumbo and they gonna leave it there. You can cook with a bay leaf, but you gotta take that out of there. Take the bay leaf out of there. What is wrong with you?
I'm telling you that when my cousin made some gumbo, I said, "What is this? Why is this leaf floating in my gumbo?" But that's how they cook. The gumbo was good though.
It
was
different.
Just
it's a lot of different. We could talk about the difference all day. Like I be seeing the little interviews with people talking about what's the difference in Louisiana. I mean, in New Orleans and Baton Rouge. What's the difference? What's the difference? Now I'm gonna tell you this because I'm 30-something. I was in Baton Rouge in them streets before Katrina, pre-Katrina.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans.
Cutthroat.
Baton Rouge was totally different before 05.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you got people that's from Baton Rouge that then made it with people from New Orleans, and now they got these New Orleans Baton Rouge babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now you got these mixture of cultures. Now you got these Creole Cajun babies.
Yeah. I do remember before Hurricane Katrina, it was kind of like a thing that Baton Rouge wasn't fooling with New Orleans. New Orleans wasn't fooling with Baton Rouge. It was a thing.
They wasn't.
It was a thing. Literally, I think people associate Hurricane Katrina with the whole state, and I was like, literally, during Hurricane Katrina, I was outside playing in the eye of the hurricane.
Hello.
Outside.
Look up and you could see nothing but blue and red flashing lights everywhere.
It was beautiful though.
It was. We had some time, man. Yeah. I was 15 years old. I was really out there on people's streets. Not no more though. I'm not like that.
Yeah. I was before you could say your part, but I would say when you were saying like people from New Orleans moved to Chicago, I think it's the opposite. I think people that was originally in New Orleans moved to Chicago and Detroit and all that stuff for better opportunities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But even now, I know people whom after, of course people move from the South up north during Jim Crow era. You know what I'm saying? But after Jim Crow era, and it started becoming more so, Louisiana. A lot of people don't want to believe that Louisiana, Mississippi still is Jim Crow, but
racist as hell.
But it's it's a lot better now. So a lot of people wanted to come back home. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you had these families that kind of went up north, had a couple of children, couple of generations, then they like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and settle back down south. It's a lot more lenient down there. And now you got some Detroit, Louisiana stuff going on. They come back and now they living in New Orleans and they having a Detroit, Louisiana bloodline going all around and stuff like that. Just like my mama people. My mama people born and raised in Natchitoches, Louisiana. They moved to go past in Michigan and in California during that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then they came back to Louisiana once it got a little more linear with certain things. You know what I'm saying? So, and then another thing, during this journey, I have learned so much about my family. Like, just researching and stuff, girl, I'm just so shocked. Spiritual things and family, talking about Louisiana. My mama's side, my mama's mama, daddy. You know, I don't call them people my people because them people don't mess with us. But my mama's mama, daddy, they come from Canada, right? They migrated here in the 1800s. I just did an ancestry. They came here in the 1800s, right? Like New Jersey area, over there in that area or whatever. And why one of the men in that family name was Armand. And guess what his sibling name was? Loren.
Are you serious?
On my children.
I'm gonna have to see this.
I have it in my phone.
Okay.
The man that was born in 1800, name is Armand Dion. Armand Dion. That's my mama's daddy. I mean my mama's grandfather. Last name Dion. Celine Dion is her people. Yeah. All of them is the same people. The man's name is Armand, and he has a sister named Loren Dion.
For those who don't know, her
That's
son, his name is Armand. Her daughter's name is Loren.
Didn't know them people, don't know them people. Never met my mama people, because my mama people, you know, they some different type of people.
Yeah. So before we end, we're gonna do this one question. What is your number one breakup song? Or you can list 5 of them.
Okay, so because it's different eras.
Okay.
So my breakup song from, like, I want to say back in the day when I was a little younger. Chris Brown, Goodbye.
That's a good song.
Chris Brown, Goodbye. I have dang. I want to say I can't think of this song.
Okay.
Either way, now the newest song that I like is that Tim song.
What song?
Tim's, the girl.
Oh, what's the song? What's the name of the song?
Damn. Come back to it.
Okay. So I saw this on TikTok, and this guy, he got a list of breakup songs. So he has Neo, So Sick. I'm so
You know, Baton Rouge,
sick of
my
the song.
uncle in Baton Rouge made a jig song to that.
Of course. Of course. One of them did The Return of the Mac.
Oh yeah.
Return of the Mac.
Right. That's a good one.
Cisco, Incomplete.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I should say, oh
Yes.
yeah. Okay. Tank, Maybe I Deserve.
That's for a cheater.
Right. They did R. Kelly, When a Woman's Fed Up.
Yep.
Da, 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 da.
And on R. Kelly, y'all, man, back up off that man.
Da, 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 da.
Y'all gotta stop mixing business with pleasure.
Right, we're not talking about R. Kelly. We're talking about Robert Kelly needs to lock him up.
Right.
Keep R. Kelly.
I'm talking about the business part of that man.
They said Omarion, Icebox.
Okay, I can see it in that era.
Now, one of my favorite breakup songs is actually Latoria favorite song because it's funny that she loved this song. I think it's Uncle Sam.
Oh yes, that's the one I was talking about. I can't think of his name. I can't
That is
think
her
of the name of
favorite
the
song. I'm like, girl.
Yes. In my mind, I'm like, I received the letter.
Right.
Yes,
That's
girl.
her song.
Yes,
Oh my God.
That's it. That's the one I was talking about. Uncle Sam.
I don't want to ever see you again.
Yes, girl. That man said that shit. That man said that shit. Baby.
That is her
Somebody
song.
playing that in the car singing it loud. Y'all done. Y'all done. She done found something out. She done went through that phone.
Yeah.
She know.
Or Shirley Murdoch, but that's a cheating song.
As we lay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cheating song.
Or Pretty Wings. Why they think that's a wedding song, that's a whole breakup song.
Y'all write down in the comments which I think is the best breakup song, or y'all top 5 breakup songs. But we could talk all day.
Right.
Before we leave, you got anything else you want to say?
Y'all get on y'all journey. Your journey. On your journey. Not the journey people picking for you. No, nobody can tell you what you could tell you. That person you hear, that's you. That's the God in you. Get on that. Listen to him, her, they, whatever your pronouns for your God.
Okay.
Listen to it.
What she said. I'm gonna leave off with this. This your girl, Lady J. I want to say peace to you, and make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and share. We got a live show coming at the end of this year. Y'all stay tuned. Peace.